Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. In today's episode, we are going to be finishing off St. Hawthorn's Hospital. Off camera, I went ahead and gathered up a bunch of materials and stuff that we'll be needing. This is stuff that we already had here. A lot of that can actually go back to the manor. Let's go ahead and head in here and I'll show you what we got. I think I told you what our plan was in the last episode. The hardwood floors are still going to be changed out for stone brick eventually. I'll probably just do that off camera because it's literally just switching out the floor. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get started on Hawthorn's interior. And hopefully we can get a villager. Hopefully some poor zombie wanders by and I can kidnap him and throw him in here. But let's lock in. Alrighty guys, I am once again back from the future. Hawthorn's looks so good now, not gonna lie. But anywho, I thought I'd go ahead and just talk a little bit about what these rooms are gonna serve for what we need them to be. So this first room that you enter is gonna be sort of our little downstairs waiting room for the zombification room, as well as a receptionist room, where we're gonna eventually put in a little snow golem and stuff. However, I went through my chests later on in the video. I don't show it, of course, on camera, because I'm lazy. But I don't have a single snowball or any snow. So eventually we're going to have to go on a little bit of a quest to find the staff of Hawthorn's. Of course. But yeah, besides that, zombification room, ground floor. Other side is going to be like either just a sick room or like a patient room. I'm sort of leaning this hospital towards like early days of hospitals where they had like sort of the big wings of stuff where it was just bed, as opposed to the more modern type of hospital where everyone gets their own room. I think it'll just work better for this style of village, and that gives us at least 3 different infirmaries or sick bays or quarantine wards, with like one being like a dedicated maternity ward or whatever, and that could probably be on the ground floor for all I care. But yeah, we should have absolutely so much space inside of here, and if we ever need more sick bays, we got the attic. But anywho, I will let you guys finish up this time lapse before I come back in the next one. Alrighty, so as you guys can see here, I have a lovely guest already. You're not welcome here, buddy. I cleaned up a little bit of the build after I finished it. I installed these curtains just for right now. I want to make sure everything's nice and sterile and white looking. I don't know, we might take them down, we might not, because I kind of like the open curtain feel. I don't think we're going to put curtains inside of the operating rooms or like the maternity ward and stuff, because I feel like that would be a little odd. But yeah, we finished off pretty much the majority of the ground floor. We just have the zombification room really left to build and design. And of course, then we have to... Our wandering villager friend is going up there. The second story to work on. But it should go by pretty fast. And I think once we're done building the second story, then we'll go ahead and decorate it. So let's get started. Alrighty, as promised, I am of course a liar at heart, but I promised to be back so I wasn't. As you can see here, we've started working on the second floor and gotten lots of its walls up and whatnot. As I mentioned inside of the last episode, this is sort of a more once again, it is the chair. I know I need to upgrade it. It's just very far down on my list right now. I'll try not to stop squeaking. Anywho, like I mentioned last episode, this area is going to be our lovely village of Havenwood. I think we'll probably continue working on it after we finish up a lot of things at the house. Don't really have any citizens to move in yet, because no villagers have approached Hawthorn's yet. Hopefully we get some villagers soon. It's not really that big of a priority on my list. We have lots of diamonds to keep repairing the tools and stuff. But, yeah. And whole idea, I explained this later on in the video, but very poorly, as I normally do. Hawthorns was built right now, and that's the whole reason we went on the Nether adventures and stuff like that, just so that way we can start getting the village up and running in sort of the background and continue working on the big projects like the house, the farm, the stables, then the other city across the bay. Because really, we'll probably just wait for a villager to show up and take him here, heal him, and then start building the houses, the church, you know, whatever is needed inside of Havenwood. And I thought it made sense strategically just to start it now. We do need to build things like a mob grinder soon for like bone meal, gunpowder, string, all that kind of stuff, as we've been kind of slacking on a lot of it. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how Hawthorns turned out in the end, so I will let you guys see this. Oh, and real quick tip, yeah, built those fireplaces and then instantly hated where they were and moved them, so that was always fun for me. But anywho, I will see you guys back in the video. Alrighty guys, so as you saw from that lovely big time lapse, we have completely finished off the main interior of Hawthorns. I don't think I actually put this inside of the speed build, but this will be the zombification room where our zombies will become human once again. So we'll go ahead and give them a couple beds in here. This will be sort of my little observation room. I'm going to put a little desk in here and stuff. I'll probably decorate this room and whatnot when we actually get a zombie in here. Unfortunately, while I was building, I did not find a single one. This is going to be the main lobby. I'm going to add in some chairs here again, probably while we wait for some zombies to heal up. And this is sort of like our big infirmary, which we have plenty of beds for. So chances are this is probably going to act as our initial maternity ward, at least for right now, until we get a nicer one. Actually, I'm going to space that out a little better. There we go. I think that's slightly nicer. There we go. Got a nice big room full of beds. And then right here, I think I'm going to put a snow golem to be like our nurse and doctor and whatnot. I think that'll be rather nice. Right up here, we're going to put... Oh, I was going to put a desk here. Never mind. This is going to be a little like little breezeway to get up to the attic. Right over here, we're going to put down another little waiting room and whatnot. In here, this will be probably a sick ward or something. And then across the hall, we'll put the women and children. Or all the... That's great. So, we'll probably rethink that. I don't know. Maybe one will be like an operating theater or something. I don't know. But this will probably be just more beds and stuff. That way we can get as many villagers as possible. Up here, we have the completed attic, at least for right now. Eventually, this might become part of Hawthorns. I don't know what we would really need it for, but good to know that we have the space to expand. These are for the fireplaces, the flues that go all the way up to the roof, which I really love the look of this fireplace. This is going to be similar to the new, or not fireplace, chimneys for the Trigorian Manor, because I hate the ones that are on it right now. They're way too clunky, whereas these are nice and slender and really cool looking. So we'll definitely be switching them out for these ones. Oh, and then I guess I can show you guys the banner design that I came up with for St. Hawthorns. Because, like I mentioned, or I don't know if I've mentioned this, I probably have. Hawthorns is sort of going to be in every single one of our villages or castles or settlements or whatnot, just because I like the idea of the hospitals all sort of being united under one banner. So this is going to be the banner form. It's a nice sort of gray and white striped background with a lovely red cross on the front of it. And it is the insignia of St. Hawthorn's Hospital. And now it is time for some decoration. That is correct. We're going to hopefully finish up this project in not 10 episodes, but only 2. Won't that be something? Okay, I instantly hate where I put that, of course. Now's where the video gets long, guys, in case you were wondering. But no, this really shouldn't take too long. We're just going to go room to room and add in some nice pretty things. So that way it just makes our lives a little easier for when we're dealing with the sick, you know? Let's put some nice plants in here, because this will be sort of my main doctor room, I suppose. Again, don't know what it would be called. This is sort of where I work. Okay. Do something like that. And then here what we're going to do is we're going to put in a dispenser because I'm extra. And we'll fit it with a lovely spruce wood button, which I seemingly do not have on me. And there's not one in there, so let's... okay. Oh, please. He wants this heat. Oh. Nice try, buddy. You gotta be quicker than that. Okay, and we'll move all of this stuff in as well once we're finished with that. Let me see, is there any just regular spruce wood ready to be turned into a button? Ah, here we are. Lovely, lovely. And, okay. I'm gonna drop off one white bed, I think that we can afford it, and bring in this crafting table into the study area. So this will be the main place where we heal them. Or at the very... I don't know. At the very least, we could fill this spot here with a boat. Because I think boats deploy from that type of... I don't know if I like that. From that type of area. So let me just shift that around. There we go. That's better. Put that there. Let's see. So I want it to be birchwood because we haven't used birchwood yet. And I would like to. Okay, good to know. It doesn't work. But that's alright, because we'll probably just have, like, a boat chilling in the middle of the room, ready for when we get a patient through. There we go. We'll put it here, so it takes up slightly less room. And we'll be nice. We'll give them some pretty stuff in this area as well. Okay, do 2 plants here. So that way they have a nice place to hide from me, so I get to walk in and kill myself. So yeah, this is sort of the idea that maybe we can splash it on them. It's really not ever going to be used. It's just more of a formality, I suppose. Just a nice idea. Okay, so we've done that. So now let's find a nice place for a chest. There we go. Like that a lot. And then here, there's not really a whole lot of room, so I guess we'll just put a sofa here. I don't know. I mean, I guess, because really, there's going to be a bigger waiting room upstairs, so people can go up there. I'm thinking about replacing this counter with spruce or birchwood as well, just to make it a little bit more visually interesting. Because again, we just haven't used a whole lot of it, and I think it will look nice. And you know what? If I realize that I hate it, I can always change it. It is not the end of the world. Okay, and then here, I think we have just enough room to do the big painting of the woman in a red dress. There we go. I think that's a nice image for the hospital. You know, the skull there. It's a little depressing, but that's okay. Okay, then we'll also do some not courtesy sheets. What would they be called? Privacy sheets, I suppose. I guess we'll just put them like this. So that way everybody has a good amount of privacy. You don't get privacy this way. But we'll just pretend that it can like swoop around the whole way. Then we'll do it opposite for this side. Of course, let's put it on the right way. That would maybe help. There we go. I like that. So now they each have their own dividers. And once we get more wool, I'll probably put one here as well. Just so that way it looks a little bit better. Because I think that would look... yeah, it's a lot nicer. So yeah, we'll get some more wool for that, and we may or may not do it today's episode. We'll just see if we're lucky enough and what we're able to get done. Let's see, we'll just do that, this, put some lilies down, and then a bell. That way we can tell them to go to sleep. Let me quickly make some more stuff. stuff. Completely forgot where I put all the crafting tables. Isn't that lovely? Give that area there. In the original, or in the St. Hawthorns I built before this one, I really didn't have that much furniture in it. It was essentially 3 big rooms. Top floor were they all congested for some reason? I still am not sure as to why they all just collected there, but more power to them, I guess. But yeah, so I'm hoping that they all sort of actually walk around the hospital instead of just staying in one place like they did before. So I'm trying to make it as nice as possible for them. You know, I don't want it to be a drab place, you know? Of course, eventually we'll probably be zombifying people at the same time, so we'll see if they enjoy it. They probably won't. But oh well. Okay, so this will be the maternity ward. And we'll do the same thing with all the courtesy curtains and stuff, just so that way everybody has lots of privacy. And oh my gosh. Didn't realize I would throw the whole room off that way. That's alright. Okay, here we'll put... That's the same little thing, really, I suppose. Actually, no, let's put a chest here. Because it's important for us to have lots of storage for different things. And I guess we can give them a painting up here, as this is a nicer part of Hawthorns, and everyone to feel comfortable. Guess we'll do that. A picture of me. Wow. No, it's gotta be higher. Gotta be higher. Hung it and I instantly hated it. There we go. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Then over here, and we'll put in the doors later, we'll put down some more beds, so that way we can have as many people as possible inside of Hawthorns. Okay, we'll put a little table here. Again, for right now. We'll probably do 2 on each side. I guess I could make this the operating theater. Big public room. I don't know. It's a little sketchy. Just a little bit sketchy. Okay, we'll just put these guys here. There we go. Right. So, what else do we need to do? Oh, let's go ahead and make the big seating area. This will be... No, pull it out one. This will be where all the patients and their families get to sort of wait, hear about what they're up to. It's a nice little place to just relax, and even for the patients, if I'm being honest, I mean, be a little stressy. Stressy? Oh my gosh. Be a little stress-inducing inside of a place like this. You know? Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that. How does that feel? I think it looks good. Put a nice little public coffee table in the middle. Yeah, I'm glad we went with the birch. I think it looks really nice with the walls and everything. I'm very pleased with that. Let's see if we can't fit in a couple more plants somewhere. Put them here. There we go. Just to make it a little bit more homey. Can't put a rug down because the floor is only 1 foot deep. But I do really like how it's shaping up. Every villager, of course, when we're actually breeding the villagers, it'll probably be a little bit more unorganized with lots of beds and their tables and whatnot. But for right now, this is what it's going to be. Oh, good. Mystic. Oh, reload my shaders. Mystic Cucumber's just joined. I'm sure he's going to write something smart in the chat. He's pretty good about doing that. Okay, we'll just put that painting up for now. Make the hospital's nice. I wish I brought more plant pots over with me. That's alright. Well, that being said, I think we are finished with the decorations of Hawthorns. Let me quickly just switch out this table for a birchwood one. This guy. What did he say? This realm isn't big enough for the both of us. Hand hovers over pistol. You better think twice about talking like that to me, partner. No. Oh, someone spelled partner wrong. Let's see if he responds. Guess we can go ahead and move in some stuff while we wait for him. Should really put in some peonies in somewhere. That'd be pretty. Oh, there's my shovel. Can't lose that again. Oh my goodness. I hate it here. No. What's the damage? Okay, it could have been a lot worse. You gotta be fisting me. Not even a day old, and it's already getting blown to smithereens. Slash kick. Where's the asterisk? Here we go. I love being the admin. Okay, let's go ahead and repair this real quick. Good lord. This is why we can't have nice things. I mean, I misspoke then. Oh dear. Deary dear. Took me so long to get that. Oh, please. Oh, well, let me add a couple peonies out here real quick. Pretty up what that creeper did. Little turd. Alrighty, I think we'll go ahead and call it here for today's episode. Inside of the next episode, I think we're going to be returning over to the Tregorian Manor, where we can... I'm trying to multitask. Where we can finish off probably the blue drawing room. I'm hoping to go back to working on the interior of the house, just so that way we can finish it off a little bit faster and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we've made great progress, and the whole reason I decided to do Hawthorns right now was so that we could sort of get started on it, oh my gosh, either way, you know? So we can hopefully just give the villagers time, or at least for time for a zombie villager to come, and then we can get him and trap him in here, and get started on the village. So it could be like a nice background project, sort of, I suppose. There we go. Actually, let's raise this. And I'm showing you guys this because I think I'll probably do the rest of the garden beds off camera and just finish it then. Yeah, that'll be our lovely little garden box, which I think makes it feel a lot lovelier and more inviting. Alrighty. But anywho, if you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you all inside of the next one. See ya!